huge issue with what Stefon Diggs said right here. Not because anything he said was inaccurate. I love what he says, defending his brother. I had a brother that played in the National Football League while I was playing in the National Football League. I get all of that. The issue I have is it was an incomplete statement. Because though you have a literal brother in Trevon Diggs, you got a figurative brother in your quarterback, Josh Allen, who got a shot taken at him by your literal brother. So in that moment, Stefon Diggs, superstar wide receiver, just speak up on behalf of your figurative brother, Josh Allen, and put an end to all this drama. Like, keep in mind, Josh Allen is currently undergoing the worst start of his career since his rookie year. It's bad. It's real bad. He's starting to have doubts for himself on the football field. So many of us, we've all experienced that. But on top of that, now you got people outside the locker room with prominent voices that are your sibling. Stefon Diggs taking a shot. I don't mind Shady him taking up for his brother. I respect that. Do that all day, all long. But my real issue, James Jones, is the aspect of, like, why not defend Josh Allen in that moment?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, and I think for Stefon Diggs, I got two little boys too, and I always tell them, you don't never throw your brother under the bus, point blank, period. I don't care how it may look. So I'm good with you getting up there and not throwing your brother under the bus. But yes, you easily could have put an end to all this just by protecting Josh. Like, listen, man, I know my brother tweeted out some of them things, man. There ain't no shots at Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a special quarterback, man, me here or not, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? But because at the end of the day, we know those tweets come out of your guys' conversations and the conversations you guys have at home, phone calls away on the bus or after games, whatever it may be. Those are the conversations that you guys have. So it's truth in these things that you are tweeting out there. So as a brother of Josh Allen, it's easily not to throw your brother under the bus, but, hey, to be able to just protect Josh Allen a little bit and be like, look, man, my brother ain't shooting no shots at Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen, we all know, has done a lot of really good things in this league. He would have done a lot of really good things in this league without me, with me, whatever it may be. But protect him a little bit. I thought him doing the way he answered those questions, you know, protecting your brother, but you never said anything about helping or protecting Josh Allen. I thought he could have put an end to it and put all of it to rest.
Look, clearly, Stefon is about his family. I don't think that hat was an accident either. So I got a brother who played in the NFL too, and nobody better fix their lips. What did you say? You said what? Calm down. Every single time about my brother. There's brothers and then there's actual brothers. And yes, Josh Allen is his brother, but Trevon is his actual brother. So he may feel that saying something to defend Josh Allen is disrespecting his actual brother based on their dynamic. Then maybe this is the conversation that they had, and Trevon feels that way. Also, Trevon's allowed to feel that way. As we discussed this the first time around with this story, he has a lane of his own. He is a star in his own right. If he was talking about any other player that wasn't his brother, we might say, oh, yeah, he might have a point there. He's actually watching and digesting this game, and that's his opinion about the situation. And maybe that is just his opinion about the situation. We don't know that. But for him to get up there and squash all this is happening because they're losing. All of this is happening because they're losing. And we can also attribute a big part of why they're losing to Josh Allen's play. Now, is this adding to the locker room drama? Is this causing him to have to answer questions to reporters? Yes. Could all of that have been avoided if he didn't tweet it? Yes. But he did, and I don't have a problem with him saying, go ask my brother.
Do you have an issue with him not defending Josh Allen at all? Like, he didn't say that I disagree that Josh Allen was nobody before I got there. He didn't say I disagree with what my brother said. He didn't say I'm behind Josh Allen. He didn't say I believe in Josh Allen. He didn't say anything that supported Josh Allen at all whatsoever in that moment.
I don't know the dynamic of Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs' relationship at this point. That's been discussed for a long time. It looked like it was falling apart before the season. It was a conversation about if they were on the same page before the season. So I think we'll get some more answers once the season is over about what their relationship is like, and maybe you should just blindly defend your teammate, but things are bad in Buffalo right now.
So you have no issue with it?
I think he's being as honest as he can be in this situation. So I don't.
2-5, where you stand on it?
Yeah, I have no problem with it. I mean, as I listen to the interview, I'm just thinking, like, okay, if I was in his shoes, and I have a brother, older brother, actually played in the NFL as well, and he's super vocal, right? Whatever he says, he believes. And there's sometimes I can't control him. And now I look back on this story, and you can see the interview, he wasn't comfortable, right?
Yeah.
This is your brother and he's your quarterback. And I think you love them both. Obviously, you love your brother way more, but you got love for Josh Allen. My thing is, like, he stayed clear from it. Like, look, man, my brother is an all-pro cornerback. Trevon Diggs is a really, really good player. He has his own voice. He plays for Dallas Cowboys. So when he speaks, it's going to go everywhere. And why do I have to sit up here and give you an answer about what my brother said? You do TV. Ask him. You guys are reporters. Go ask him what he means by that, right? And I love that take because it went so many different ways. Now you're in your head, am I defending my brother? Am I defending Josh? No, listen, man. Obviously, Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs together have done some great things. Mm-hmm. When he came here in 2020, they both made Pro Bowls and All-Pros. Yeah. Well, Stefon Diggs made the All-Pro. And ever since he's been in Buffalo, his career has went up, and up. So everything Josh Allen has been doing has been excellent. Now, this year, when you lose, things like this happen, right? All the small little things. I just think about, like, as a head coach, if Andy Reid or I don't know, Sean McDermott, I played underneath both of them coaches, and this is a question. We lose a game, and the question is, how do you feel about Trevon Diggs' tweets? As a head coach, I'm saying, like, what, my man? What are we talking about? and that's the way I looked at it. Like, if you want to talk about this Twitter or X, whatever they call it now, you got to address that with the player that said it. Right? And that's my thing about it. Let's be grown-ups and mature adults about this. Anybody can get on there and tweet. They can do all that tweeting on they want because they're professionals. That's what they can do. And one guy got his own platform. So I love everything he said. I stand behind him. Like, he stayed in the middle, clear of it.
It's interesting, though. When I heard this, James, when I heard this, Joy, I instantly thought, this is the beginning of the end for the Buffalo Bills. And what I mean by that is this is the beginning of the end for this Buffalo Bills. I think about the Mount Rushmore of the Buffalo Bills from roughly 2019, you could say, to 2021, 2022. Sean McDermott, Leslie Frazier, Josh Allen, Stefon Diggs. Yeah. That was the Mount Rushmore. Those were the four most important figureheads for the Buffalo Bills. Two defensive, Leslie Frazier, Sean McDermott. Two offensive, Josh Allen, Stefon Diggs. Well, Leslie Frazier is gone. Sean McDermott said, hey, I'm good on you, you gone. That leaves three. Based on the tension that is occurring right now, it appears that Stefon Diggs will likely be gone. That leaves two. Sean McDermott, you're a defensive coach who's had two different offensive coordinators in the last 12 months. So Sean McDermott has 5-5, which is the worst record to start for the Buffalo Bills since, I believe, 2018. At 5-5, Sean McDermott, he too could be gone. I don't anticipate it, but crazier things have happened. Yeah. And this would not be the craziest. So if Frazier's gone, Stefon Diggs, it seems like he would like to be gone. Many analysts are anticipating he will be gone. Sean McDermott, he could be gone. To me, this is the beginning of the end for the Buffalo Bills, at least this version of the Bills as we know it, James.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I think this team is going to look totally different next year. And I don't think they'll fire the coach. I think McDermott will be there. I think he's earned the right to be there with what he's done and coming to Buffalo and changing that thing around and then being in the playoffs, winning the division multiple times in a row. I don't think he will be there. But I think Stefon Diggs will be gone. I think some changes will be made. I mean, Joy touched on it, all the tension that was happening already this offseason with him and Josh Allen. Now this coming out, you know, and knowing that is some truth in this as well. I think Stefon Diggs will be out of there. I think some of those veteran safeties are going to be out of there. I think this is going to be a whole new revamped offense, revamped defense. I think the only guy that is, the guys that are going to stay put is the coach and is the quarterback. And I think it's going to take some time and some years to get them dudes in there to be able to compete with these boys in the AFC.
Wait, hold up. Can't let you do it.
Talk to me.
You said who going to be there? The coach and the who?
I said the coach and the quarterback going to be there next year.
You told me that the quarterback's
I didn't say none of them are going to be gone next year.
No, but you said next 2 years. You said next 2 years, Josh Allen going to be traded, right?
But I don't think McDermott or Allen going to be gone next year.
But next 2 years he going to be gone.
I think so. It's going to be some changes. Yes.
Okay. I don't see them getting rid of Josh Allen.
I don't either.
I don't anticipate that. I think one stretch of a bad season is not enough to bail on a talent like Josh Allen that, like we've said multiple times, people would do ungodly things to get someone of the talent level of Josh Allen in their building. But I also push back on the idea that because there is a shift in personnel while the franchise quarterback or the coach is there, that somehow the Bills are over. Do we not consider the dynasty with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick to be that, even though Randy Moss was there and then he wasn't, or any other player that you can name was there and then they weren't? Like, did that change the dynamic of the organization? Shanahan has gone through, I don't even know how many coordinators. McVay has gone through how many coordinators. Generally, when you have success, you lose coordinators. When things start to go in a different direction, you fire coordinators. That's the adjustments that you make. How many coordinators did Belichick go through? So I don't look at the Bills as, oh, Leslie Frazier isn't there anymore, or they fired Ken Dorsey, so this is now a new version of the Bills. Whenever we look at dynasties or judge eras with organizations, it's either because there is one face, which is either the coach, or there is a player, which is how we look at that. We look at the time with Phillip Rivers and the Chargers as Phillip Rivers' time with the Chargers. We're looking at what's going on with the Niners as Shanahan's time with the Niners. We don't look at it as, oh, well, Robert Saleh left, so the Niners are over. Yeah. So I don't anticipate that the Bills don't have an opportunity to adjust things if Stefon Diggs does actually end up leaving and they draft a talent that develops in the first year. We see rookies coming out of college all the time. Not saying they're going to be as good as Stefon Diggs, but you can make adjustments to your roster year in and year out and still compete. Again, this team won the division the past 3 years. Yeah. They're having a rough stretch. They have also a lot of injuries, which we conveniently do not mention, and I agree with not mentioning them because people have injuries, but that is also playing a role in the struggles that they're having.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nice cooking.
Thank you,
no, I agree. I was just thinking, like, when you were talking all the different teams that players may trade or leave and coordinators, right? And I think the Niners. I mean, the Niners, they keep getting a new defense coordinator. They still kind of seem to be successful. I think when you have a certain amount of players, you have a head coach. And by the way, speaking of Sean McDermott, I got to give him some respect and a lot of roses. So Friday, give him some love because I was there in Buffalo when we weren't good.
Yep.
Sean McDermott changed that whole culture.
No question.
Whole culture. No question. Everybody in the building, from the players to the janitors to the people in the kitchen, like, he changed everything. And he made everybody believe that we can win. So now when you see him running 3 in a row at this division, like, that's Sean McDermott. And I think Josh Allen has a lot to do with that. So I look at a program when you guys say, or a franchise, when you say that it's over or it's at the end, it's like, how? Because one thing they can do, they draft pretty good. In free agency, they make some pretty good moves. Trades, they make some pretty good trades. And they develop these players. And that's one thing that every franchise, they can do. So with this organization, they can do that, and they have a franchise quarterback. So everything they have, I guess, DNA-wise, to win championships or win their division, they have. So for you guys to say it's over after this a bad season, I can't see it.
The reason I'm saying that is because of the why. I'm not just looking on top of the surface. I'm looking underneath the surface. Y'all brought up great points. Niners defensive coordinators, Patriots defensive coordinators. To me, there's a difference between being fired and being promoted, and that being the reason you're gone. DeMeco Ryans was promoted. Robert Saleh was promoted. Eric Mangini ended up getting a head coaching job. Brian Flores, head coaching job. Matt Patricia, head coaching job. Leslie Frazier was let go. And that's the defense.
But my thing is, like, let go or promote it, right? Yep. You still leaving.
Correct.
So
but
what's
here's
the difference?
The difference for me is that means if you were let go, there's probably some chaos that led to you being let go. The reason McDermott let go of Leslie Frazier, from people within the building, has said it goes back to that 13 seconds decision versus Kansas City Chiefs and how he played
in Kansas City.
And not only had you let go of Frazier, and now the defense has gotten worse. Now you, the head coach, are the defensive coordinator. They don't have a defensive coordinator currently. So I'm already seeing tension there. Ken Dorsey was fired. So now offensively, y'all got issues there. So I'm thinking, okay, offensively, you got issues. Defensively, you got issues. At wide receiver, you got issues. Your overall record, you got issues. Yes, they have injuries, but for me, it's kind of like what Joya said the last 24 months about the Niners with injuries. Write them into having injuries. Old players get hurt. The Bills had the oldest roster in football. So it's not a coincidence they have injuries. Right. They're all old. That's why they have injuries. So I'm looking beneath the surface when I say it's the beginning of the end.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.